Hey guys, Adam here from DirectionTrader.com. Let's do today's midday recap and talk about what I see moving forward. It's about 11 o'clock here, Central Standard Time here, so we're going into lunch. Wanted to make this video here at the midday because I'm talking about some of these. Maybe we're seeing a little shift here. So, starting here with the crude. If the crude can start to break above today's highs, I really see it possibly gaining some strength here to the upside, and this actually being a bottom in the crude at this point right now. Kind of an aggressive statement, but the way that this crude has been trading here, the end of last week going into today, it pushed down pretty nicely, it gapped up, but we're kind of at that threshold. We found our first real top, if you were to say. We kept just grinding our way to the upside all morning here in the crude. We kept grinding our way to the upside, but we kind of found this top up here, and we kind of had a little roll over here in the market, but we're getting a little pop up. If we hold up here as our highs and we start to roll over, I can see further selling here in the crude. So the reason I say it's kind of a great time to make this video, if you see this thing start rolling over, I can see some further selling here in the crude market. But if we break through these highs, this first real test here, and we just continue on higher, I see a very high likelihood that we have just put in a bottom here on the oil market. So this is kind of a test here. I'm trying to just be patient here and wait to see, is the crude going to pick up some momentum once again and push higher, or are we going to run out of steam and start to roll over here and sell and have another little push here, another leg to the downside here. So very touchy market here, very interesting to be watching this market at this point right now, because I feel like we're right at that threshold. Are we going to push higher? Are we going to push lower? So there's something for you to look at. And last week we started talking a lot about these indexes. Let me pull these down, keep this 5-minute up here. We do have this obviously this overall push, but we also have this micro little push here after this pullback. We have a couple different fibs in here, some support and resistance. We're calling this our support area. Last week, I said the only way for me to go long last week is if we broke above previous highs until we pulled back to this support, then any opportunity to the long side I would look to take. You see here, we've really been just grinding our way to the short side here. No real opportunities in the S&P market right now. Hence, I didn't take any index trades today. Every trade I took today was in the oil market, so in the live trading room. So now that we are down at this support area that we talked about all last week in our videos, I'm ready for a bounce. So any type of momentum thrust here we have in the indexes, I will look to go with them. So as soon as that comes in, I'm going to look to take a pop. I'm just going to quickly go through all the indexes here. I'm going to jump over the NASDAQ and go to the Dow real fast, because the Dow, unlike the other three, is actually in the green right now. So the Dow is actually in the green here. As you can see, a nice green candle bar. The Dow just pushed above the previous day's close and is actually pushing higher here off of this support area. The NASDAQ, big down day, but a little difference between the NASDAQ and the others. The NASDAQ never pulled back last week like they did. So the NASDAQ is having a drop into that support area, and I'm looking for a bounce off of there. And then the Russell's been there. Russell, obviously we did not have a break to the new highs. The Russell here has been in a sideways pattern for quite some time. So it's been inside of this support area. So any type of pop we have in the Russell, I'm going to start looking to the long side here in the Russell as well. So Russell's down here at the S2. It's pretty stretched typically for a stock index future. So if Russell can start to get a little pop here, we could see a little bit of a move to the upside in the indexes. If they decide to sell off, well, we may see some pretty good pullback here on the indexes here. So bottom line is, I am looking for a pop here on all the indexes off of this support area that we've been talking about in these videos. It's simply just a Fibonacci pullback, but I am looking for a little bit of a pop here in resumption with the overall trend here. So I'm not saying it's going to go to new highs and push higher, but I am looking for maybe a week or two pop here. So That's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoy these videos. If you have any questions at all, you're always free to email me, adam@directiontrader.com. If not, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Have a good afternoon.